Good morning and welcome back to the Chronic Pain Call-In Show. Sitting here with my Chihuahua who's having a seizure right now. I didn't realize if I started with a shared screen, I wouldn't be able to just turn off the shared screen and join you guys. Learning as I go, as you can tell. No fancy graphics today. I have a couple of reasons for that. Number one, I'm having some painsomnia. I've only slept a couple of hours in the last day or so. And the licensing and free versions of the software I use to do my stream and all my graphics have expired. So I'm going to have to decide how to proceed. Probably going to have to spend a little money. She has these seizures from time to time, so she will be okay. I like to hold her while she's doing it. I don't mean to subject you guys or traumatize anybody by having you see her shake a little bit, but it's pretty common with Chihuahuas to have some neurological issues. But yeah, so no fancy graphics today, no intros and outros, just me from the couch, talking and saying hi, checking in to see how y'all are doing. It's a challenge to run the tech, but it seems like it's working pretty good from my laptop here. So how are you guys doing this Sunday morning? Who's got a topic? Who's got something going on they want to discuss chronic pain-wise? Because like I said, I really didn't feel I could do justice to a big topic. The phone line is open if anybody wants to call in, 725-333-4140, and chat with me live here on the air. Things have been just a little bit chaotic. Had a sick dog, and now I got a sick wife. She's got bronchitis. We got a little weather pattern coming through. I don't know what else to share with you guys. I've been struggling a little bit, but I feel like I'm really making some progress forward. It looks like I lost my one live viewer. I feel like I'm kind of getting out of my funk that I had back in December and January. We had to put a dog down, and that kind of put me on a spiral. I haven't been very productive with my projects other than doing the live show, and I really wanted to buckle down and actually do a show today, even though as soon as I get off the air with you guys, I'm probably going to go take a nap. Because I went to bed, I went to sleep somewhere around 2, and the dogs woke me up around 4:30. So it's been a little bit chaotic. Let's see, what else is news? I am resurrecting the chronic Surfing the Pain. I'm going to start featuring people. Michelle, whose clip I ran last week about the Pain Geek, and I are going to be doing a segment over on Surfing the Pain on a fairly regular basis relating to her blog, which is called The Pain Geek. You can check that out on paingeek.net. Like I said, I ran her clip, a little introductory clip of her and I talking last week. I've got about a 40-minute video that she and I cut chatting, and I'm going to be releasing that as soon as I can get my software issues worked out. Don't think that'll be long. I'll probably be putting that up in the next couple of days. So if you haven't checked out Surfing the Pain, please feel free to go over and visit my Facebook page called Surfing the Pain. If you need a link, throw me a comment. Obviously, I'm not typing much right now. Not that I type much as a rule anyway, because I'm busy being dog dad. Let's see, what else is news? I've got a appointment with a cardiologist in the next week or so. My general practitioner told me that one of my inflammatory markers was a little high, and it could possibly be cardiac related. It's my CRP that's high. I just looked at my notes over there, and they want me to go get checked out, possibly do a stress test, blah, blah, blah. Can't imagine why I'd have an inflammatory marker that's high, given that I have arthritis and all the other shit I got going on with me. Yeah, so it's been an exciting time. I've also had a lot of my time committed to the idea. We are moving. That's right. We're moving. It's right around 6 years that we've been here in Las Vegas now. We moved out here in February of 2014. And June 1st, we plan to arrive in southern Iowa. We are originally from Minnesota. We've got family in Minnesota still. Our adult children live there. And I kind of had to talk my wife into it, but since neither one of us are working anymore, and she's my caregiver, and I left the workforce permanently in 2015. I planned on being able to work longer than that when we came out here, but we all know with chronic pain issues, things go differently than what you hope and plan. So I want to move to southern Iowa so that she can be closer to the family, our adult children. They're her biological children, my stepchildren, just to be real clear. The plan when we first moved out here to Vegas was that I'd be working, she'd possibly be working. She's always ran the household, and she's worked sometimes full-time, sometimes part-time, but that was kind of the plan, that she'd be able to fly back to Minnesota and visit whenever she wanted to see the kids. And our first grandchild, I believe, just turned 3. That sounds about right. And that she'd be able to travel back and forth as she wished. And unfortunately, not just because of financials, because flights from Vegas to Minnesota are still pretty cheap, but my health has gotten to the point that my wife doesn't like to leave me unattended, for lack of a better term. She's just not willing to go back to Minnesota by herself and leave me here. It's not trust issues. I've had a couple episodes where I've pretty much passed out from the pain itself, or the nerve compression issues in my cervical. I mean, we don't know exactly what the cause was. They did an EKG and whatnot, and it was fine, as far as I know, or from what they told me. So, but yeah, we wanted to move back to the Midwest to be closer to the kids. I hate to fly with a passion because the vibration from the plane is very painful, plus traveling through the airports and everything. We chose southern Iowa instead of moving back to Minnesota, in part because of tax base, in part because of the cost of living and housing, the fact that Social Security is not taxed in Iowa, which means virtually all of my income will be untaxed. And I wanted to be south of the snow belt, so to speak. Yes, they still get snow in Iowa, but especially in southern Iowa, they don't tend to get snow where they're under snow for months at a time like they are in Minnesota. They tend to get a little snow, and then it tends to melt. And then they get a little snow again later. So yeah, and it should put us drivable. I mean, even the southern border of Iowa is only about 6 hours from the Twin Cities. And quite frankly, I'd rather spend 6 hours in the car where we can stop and I can get out and stretch and we're in control of the pace of things than trying to fly on an airplane. So that's what's been going on with me. That's kind of been the exciting stuff going on. A lot of things eating up my time. Like I said, I esteem to start streaming my live streams to both Facebook and YouTube at the same time, but that's going to cost some investment in some hardware. And as things sit right now with software, blah, 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 I guess I'm going to have to try and look at it as my hobby for the time being. And I know my wife has talked about letting me use some of the proceeds from her business. She makes a little bit of money, very little, but it keeps her busy. Maybe I know she hasn't made $1,000 in a year, but a little bit of money. She helped support the show. She bought me my webcams and stuff, so she's probably gonna let me purchase some new software, and hopefully that will help me get my graphics back online. Let's face it, you guys aren't here because you want to see anything fancy graphics-wise, and I know I'm not Steven Spielberg or anything, but you feeling better, sweetie? That's good. I don't think you're here because of the fancy graphics. Hopefully you're here for the content. But I enjoy doing that, and I've enjoyed making my intros and outros, and makes me feel like I'm doing probably a little bit more than I am. So anyway, that's really all I got for today. Like I said, I just wasn't up to doing a topic. I'm feeling kind of raggedy, so the pain insomnia monster has been upon me. So I guess I will wrap this up rather than just continue to ramble, but I did want to come in and say hello. I know here's kind of a topic. A lot of us who have chronic pain, and I know I've been guilty of doing this, it's a convenient excuse to not do stuff either you don't feel like doing or you don't want to do. Just being real. And, just because I haven't slept doesn't mean I can't come on and at least say hello and, try and be consistent. So I'm going to try and avoid skipping shows just because I haven't slept and I'm not at my best. I would rather be consistent and come on and say hello and see how y'all are doing rather than skip out on you. I try to be as committed as possible to doing this weekly show. I am not sure if today I'm streaming well or just not seeing interactions. I don't see anything in the chat yet this morning, so everybody might be busy. So there's no football today. Maybe everybody's sleeping in. So if it's streaming and you can hear me okay, how about somebody throw me a thumbs up before I go, just so I know from a tech angle. Hello, sweetie. You want to say hello? This is Chloe. Oh, you going to be shy now? As if you know there's a camera there? Any other time she's a ham, so. Okay, guys. I'm probably going to let her out. Oh, there you go. Chloe, look. Hey, there we go. I got a thumbs up. Thank you very much, whoever's on and giving me the thumbs up. Hey, look, Chloe, you're the star of this show. They love you. So with that, guys, I'm going to sign off. Like I said, I didn't have too much going on, but I did want to come on and say hello and see if we could maybe get a conversation started. It's easier when I got a few people in the chat to get some dialogue going, but I didn't want to skip out on you guys. Didn't want anybody to worry about me. Hey, I have printed up, actually, I have ordered basically some business cards with my contact information on one side, and on the back it's got the web address for the Chronic Pain Call-In Show and Spinal Cord Stimulator Success Stories. If you would be interested in getting a few of these cards to hand out, maybe at your pain clinic, maybe to friends who have chronic pain, I don't know, if you've got a spinal cord stimulator or you're thinking about getting one, or you want to give one to your rep who programs your spinal cord stimulator, that would all be great. Shoot me a message. You can send me one at Joseph of Borg, B-O-R-G, josephofborg@gmail.com, or you can send me a message through Facebook, and they should be here by the end of the month, and I'll try and get those shipped out to you. If you want a few cards to help spread the word about what I'm trying to do here on the web, I figured that would be a good next step. So with that, I'm going to shut up and get out of here. Joseph of Borg, live from the couch. One love to you guys. I'm out of here.